Hey everyone, my name is Pritam and you're watching Tech with Pri. Welcome to my channel and I'm back with another exciting technical video. And this is the 13th video of our newly created technical series, which is the ServiceNow and JavaScript, where we are learning the fundamentals of JavaScript, where we are covering the concept like data types, operators, if-else statement, object, class, function, and many more, right? So if you are new in JavaScript or any programming language, you want to start with JavaScript, then this series is for you. If you are a ServiceNow administrator and want to learn about ServiceNow development, then this series is for you. If you want to develop web app or mobile application in future, then also you have to learn the fundamentals of JavaScript. Then also this series is for you. Okay, so you know that the next series that I'm going to start, which is the ServiceNow development. So every day I'm getting a lot of requests from different people when I'm going to start the ServiceNow development. So guys, this is coming very soon. Let me complete this series. I want the people who doesn't have understanding of programming, they can learn programming from this series of JavaScript and then they can move to ServiceNow development and learn the ServiceNow development stuff, right? So let's start today's class. So you already familiar with the screen. In the left hand side, I have the Visual Studio Code where I am doing the programming. And on the right hand side, this is the Chrome where you are seeing the output. So in the last class, which is the class 8, we have learned about ternary operator. And I have shown you with different examples how ternary operator works and how you can store the value of ternary operator as an expression and you can print it out, right? It was a very important video, guys. So if you missed that video, don't worry, I'm going to put the link in the description. You can also find the link here on your screen. Also, if you are interested to practice the coding exercise that I do on every week, once in every week, so I post a video where I give a situation and then I also solve it. So you can come and join it. All you need to do, join my channel TechWithPri, and with a minimum level of subscription, and you can get access to the all the videos of JavaScript, different topics practice session. Okay, so what we are going to learn today. So let me comment it out all the things from class 8. So today we are going to learn a very important concept, not only in JavaScript, but on any programming language. Okay. And this is the nothing but function. So let me start the class 9. So I'll just make it a comment, class 9, and it would be function. So we have learned about few things now. If else statement, we learn about the operators, ternary operator, other logical operator, conditional operator, and many things you can see we have learned throughout all those last 8 classes. Now we are going to learn about the function. So what is a function? Very simply, function is nothing but it's a block of code which you can use, reuse many times as you want. Okay. And inside of function, you can declare variable, you can do multiple operations like arithmetic operations, any string operation, anything that you want. And then you can call the function to get the output. Okay, so you will understand. I will start with a very basic example, then we will go a little bit complex one. So how you can declare a function? So all you need to do, you need to type function and then name of the function. So for an example, here I want to say function my name something, and this open parenthesis and closing parenthesis that determine that it's a function. Okay, so now why these parentheses are there, you would understand in a minute, but this is how you declare the function. And now here, this is called the function body. So between these two braces, whatever you are going to write, that is the function body, and that's going to execute when you will call the function my name. Okay, so let's do very simple things. So I'll just put console.log here, console.log, and I'm going to say I am a function, something like that. Okay, that's it. That's it. And now I will call the function. How I call the function? I'll just name the function. That's it. This is how I call the function. Let me save it. And now if I refresh it, you see, hi, I am a function. So what happens is that you're calling this function and JavaScript goes here, name function where it is defined. And here what I'm doing is, what is the code written? Console.log, that is a printing. I'm printing in the console that I am a function, right? This is very simple example of function, just to show you that how you can write a function, how you can declare a function, right? Now let's take a deep dive in the function. Now you can see it is a function name my name I've given here. Now I told you that this parameter, this defines a sign of a function, you could say, whenever you mention like this, open parenthesis and close parenthesis. And right now I have not mentioned anything inside of it. You can see it is showing as void, right? Void means when is nothing, it's empty. Now here I can define parameters. That parameters can hold value, and then that values can be executed inside of the function. Okay, so now, so for an example, now maybe under my name, I want, here I'm gonna type as name, just as name. So this name is nothing but the parameter. This is the name of a function, and whatever you write in the parenthesis, that is the parameter. That parameters is responsible to get a value. That parameter will get a value when I will declare the function. So here I can write console.log, hi I am, or hi my name is, then I will just add here the name variable. Okay, but I have not declared name here, but I don't need to. I will mention the value of name now. Now when I'm calling the function, see, this is a declaring of function and this is the calling function. That's the two different thing, right? I'm calling the function here. The function name is my name, so I'm gonna put I'll pass a string variable, because you can understand my name would be as a string. So you know string always need to write with a comma. So Pritam, I'm passing it. Now let me show you. You can see, hi, my name is Pritam. So what is now what's happening? I'm calling the function my name and I'm passing an argument called Pritam. Now this is a value which I'm passing, which will go to here, right? Now this value, when I'm calling the function and passing the value, this value is called argument. This is an argument. I'm passing an argument called Pritam, and this argument is going to this parameter, which is name. So that means now name equal to Pritam. So how JavaScript works, when I type my name Pritam, so it search for the my name function, it got it here. Now here JavaScript will see there is a parameter called name, and while declaring the function we also pass argument, that is Pritam. So this Pritam will become the value of name, and my name is, I print the name, so now name is Pritam, so it is printing my name is Pritam. This is very, very simple. All you need to do a quick practice here and there. So understand this thing, right? This is a very, okay, this is very, again, a very simple example. Now, for an example, if I don't declare this argument, okay, if I just type my name, you see what would happen. My name is undefined because the value of name is not known to JavaScript, right? Because we have not given the value. When you declare it here and then you refresh it, you can see it is going to update. In a way, you can declare multiple parameters, and here also multiple arguments you can do. So let's try that. So here on the last class, on class 8, to show you ternary operator, we have done a simple function here, right? So we have declared two marks, 300 and 250, and there, let me first copy this thing, and then I'll convert into a function. So we have declared two variable, pass marks 300 and Pritam marks is 250. Now if Pritam marks is more than pass marks, then hey, you pass the exam. That's what we have done, and otherwise you did not pass the exam. Now this whole thing I will make it inside of a function. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that, okay, so now I will just make it a comment here and I will start doing it. So I will start with function, and maybe let's name it passing exam, something like that, passing exam. And I will take two parameters here, right? Because I need the passing marks as well as Pritam marks, both the things, both the value, then only I can turn this logic, right? Here also we declare it now. So I will just name it pass marks, and I will name it other one Pritam marks. Okay, now this is the two parameter. Now this value I need to pass when I will call the function passing exam, right? We have already understood here. So now the logic would be same inside of it. So I will just copy and paste. Okay. So if Pritam marks is greater than pass marks, here pass the exam, else okay, fine. Let's do it with this. And now here outside of the function, I need to close the bracket here of the function, calling the function which is the passing exam. And now I need to pass two value, right? Two argument I need to pass because we have two parameters. So first the pass marks, which is 200 maybe. and Pritam scores 300. So it's a pass, right? That's it. Now I'll save it and I refresh it. You can see, hey, you passed the exam, right? Because the marks is 300. Now, the same thing we have done with the help of a function. Now, what is the benefit of using this function? Okay, you can ask me, Pritam, this is also a fine way. So why we use the function? Now, I can call the function, this function anywhere in my code. And also there's another good thing of function is that we can store the value of a function inside of a variable. Yes, that is possible. So how I can do that? So I'll declare a variable called let stored function maybe. Okay, then this value. Now see the result first. This value. Okay, now all I need to do is that console dot log, and here I'm going to print the stored function. Okay, I'll save it, and you see the output undefined. This is coming as undefined 265 line. You can see 265. On 258 line, it is showing, hey, you passed the exam, because it is matching the thing. It is calling the function. 200 and 300 is going 200 for pass marks, 300 for Pritam marks. Then it is comparing and it is going the giving the result based on the condition. Now this is where I'm calling the function here. Now when I'm storing the value here, the value is not storing because I'm not using any return keywords inside of the function. Another important thing, we use the return keywords. You are going to use a lot in ServiceNow development or in any programming language. This return keywords returns the result. Okay, now how we can return the result? So simply instead of writing console.log, I will write like this: return you pass the exam. That's it. And here I will do the same thing. I'll just copy and paste. Return you did not pass the exam. Okay, now you will see. If I refresh it, you see, now this 265 line is printing value of store function, which is storing the result of the function. So always remember return keyword. Return keyword is used to return the value of the function. Now I can use this value store function anywhere. So the value of store function is you pass the exam. Okay, that's what we are returning. We can return different things. We can return true or false value also. So it would store, the store function would store the true and false value. That's how the return keyword is so important, and we can store value of function. Always remember that once anything you write after the return, that does not get execute. Return means JavaScript understands that that ends of the function. It come out from the function, right? So for an example, if I write something here, maybe I want to write console.log here, console.log, like something like, hey, I am here, same number, so it should work, you pass the exam. So if I refresh it, you see nothing is changing because I've declared the return keyword here. Because when JavaScript is coming in 258 lines, it is not going in this line. So remember that whenever there is a return keyword, the JavaScript doesn't execute after that, whatever is written. But if I just return this console.log here and save it, and if I refresh it, you see it is now showing the output and then the return executes. Okay, that's a new thing, right? I hope this concept of function is clear, guys. Now you know how to declare a function, how to use the parameter and argument, how function is helping to return a value, and that value you can store in a variable, and then you can print the variable or use it throughout anywhere in the code, right? I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. In the next video, we will see how you can call a function inside of a function, right? Function is calling another function. And also I will discuss with you the function expression and the function declaration, right? Which would be very, very important. So if you like the video, hit the like button. If you have any question, come to the comment section, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. See you in my next video. Bye bye. Take care.